Hi, welcome to ADI Technical Training. I'm Matthew. In this video, we are looking at the 2N range of intercoms, the IP intercoms. We're looking at how you set up a basic one-call intercom to a handset, an internal handset. In this instance, I'm using the Solo. The interface is the same whether it's the Solo, the Force, the Verso 2. They're all the same actually. They all share the same interface, so it's not specific to the Solo. As I say, I'm using the Solo. The answering station I'm using is the Indoor Touch, but it could be the Indoor Talk or the Indoor View, Indoor Compact. Again, all the same. It's all the same configuration, so not specific. Both of these devices are PoE or 12 volts. It does say 12 volts here. So you can power them locally if you like. There's a 12 volt input. I use PoE. In my instance, I'm using the W-Box Ultratech Power PoE switch. I'm using the 4-port. To get started, we need to discover the devices on the network. Simply plug these two devices together. They should be on a DHCP enabled network, ideally. If not, you can get around it. Plug them in, and we can then use a specific network scanner to go and find them and configure them. So we can go to the 2n.com or 2n.cz website. We can do a search, and we need to find the network scanner. Click return, and on the results you have the scanner here. Click on that, and then you can download the scanner to suit your application, whether it's Windows or for a Mac. So once that's installed, we are ready to go. So with the scanner installed, you simply download it and run the installation file. You can launch it, and you're met with this interface here. You can see it's found the two devices on my network. It's found the Solo and the Indoor Touch. It tells you the version numbers if you need to update them, but we're not worried about that. I'm on a network where where it's DHCP, so it's acquired two addresses for the device. Really, all we need to do is to go into the IP Solo and set that up. So let's double click on that address. Go to advanced and proceed to the address in question. It's going to ask you for a username and password, admin and 2N, and log in. You need to change your password if it's the first time, so I'll create a new password. So here we are in the interface. We can do some changes here if we need to. And if we go to maintenance, as always, check your firmware. I've got a new one here, and the firmware is up to date, so I'm set here. I'm ready to go. Let's go to the Indoor Touch and do some configuration there. So back to the scanner, Indoor Touch. Again, it's admin and 2N, and log in. Change your password. Confirm those details and click change. And now we're logged in. If we need to make any changes, we can do that here. So in the status, we can see everything's okay here. Device, and system administration. Changing your devices, check your firmware, mine's up to date. Network, switch DHCP off. That address is fine by me, let's leave it on that. It's already discovered my IP mask, the subnet address, the gateway, and the DNS. So we'll leave that as it is, leave it as use. Okay, so let's go back to the Solo. Let's now go to local calls, calling, then local calls enabled, click on save, and then from there we go to the blue menu, find the device. You can see it's found the Indoor Touch. We're going to add that. We're going to give it a name, we'll call it ADI. It's addressed it by itself. You can see it's called device : and then its MAC name. It's 2N MAC name, not its actual MAC address, but its system name. and then click Save. So now in the users menu, we've got one user, it's called ADI, and the details are of ADI is the indoor touch. What we have to do is then go back to to dialing, and this time we need to tell the quick dial buttons, that's the button on the door station, when you press button 1, who does it call? So we're going to add ADI, click on add, save that. And really that's it. That's the Solo now configured to call the indoor touch. As I say, this is a universal interface from 2N. So whether it's the Force, Solo, Verso, whichever one you've got, this is how you set it up. It's all the same. And there you are. That's a quick setup and guide on how to add a indoor calling station to a 2N door station. Thanks very much for watching. All the products mentioned in this training video can be found on our website. Links are below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks very much.